welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Hopeful Void, and this video is going to be a little bit different from the ones that I've done recently. I want to give my thoughts on the current relic weapon grind for Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. And boy oh boy, is it a doozy. But first, for a couple of disclaimers. These are based off of my opinions, as usual, and my own experience with the grind. I have finished it. I was originally going to make this video before I actually finished the grind, but I thought to myself it would make more sense to just do it full way through and then give you guys my thoughts, because otherwise it'd be a bit silly just go halfway and not talk about the whole thing. Also, there will be links coming to the channel soon about how you can support the channel through other means. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. So, was it tolerable? Yes. Yes, it was. Up until the last section. So yeah, it was tolerable. But that last section, I feel like, I don't know, don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad? It wasn't a bad grind, but it was aggravating at times. I'm not gonna lie, especially the middle section of it, and the last section where you need like 18 of one crystal memories, and then you need another 18 of that memory. I think what makes it annoying is the fact that you have to go through all the Heavensward raids and all the Rabanastre raids. Yeah, I know you can do the Southern Front too. That would have been made my life a lot easier, but the way I usually farm, I usually stick to like a particular, I guess you could say, more efficient route to grinding, and it was efficient in the fact that it dropped 100% of the time. But honestly, I would probably recommend doing both for that phase. I mean, I'm glad that that the game only makes you do it once. But honestly, I don't know who thinks of the amount of items that you would need for these weapons. Like, I get it, it's a relic weapon. It's supposed to be the ultimate weapon of the patch or whatever. It's supposed to be grindy. I get that. But there's a difference between making something really grindy and, I guess, okay grindy, if that makes sense. Like, there's Destiny 2 levels of grind, and then there's this grind. I would say Final Fantasy XIV's grind is not that bad. Not that bad. They give you alternative methods of getting it. But I think what did it for me was the last step. This most recent patch of where they, where you go to Zadnor and you finish the quest chain, but where you have to get 30 of each item. 6 items total, 30 of each. At first I thought, okay, not that bad. It's simple. I thought the queue times wouldn't be that bad. I was wrong, folks. It was bad. I mean, at least the Alexander raids weren't that bad. They were nearly instant queues for me. I would definitely recommend for the first part of that, do the Alexander raids. It was really fast and quick for me. But for the books that you have to grind out for, either get a party together and in the party finder section and just go all in on that, and then pick either Delta Space 1 or 3 and then just burn through that and get the books that way. Or you could do a mixture of doing the raids and doing the Zadnor, so this way you can grind it out that way. I found it to be a little bit simpler for the normal items, but for like the secondary items, I would definitely recommend doing the raids for. And yeah, it was just it was a chore. It felt way too It just felt like way too much. They could have at least done 15 of each, but 30 total for each side quest, I guess you could say. I think that would have been a lot better if they just got 15 of each of the items instead of 30, you know? But I don't know. That's just me and my thinking on that part. Otherwise, other than those two parts, I didn't really mind the grind that much at all. Now, glamour wise, the Woborn Recollection looked really cool. The Law's Order to Zweihander I thought was, it was okay looking. And then the final one, Blades of Justice, and for those of you who don't know, I did it on my Dark Knight, if that wasn't already clear by the footage, and 2, by me talking. But yeah, I mean, when I got done with it, I thought it looked cool. I thought it would look like Ichigo's sword from Bleach, but after looking at it a bit more, I'm just like, this looks too small. Or rather, not too small, but too thin to be a great sword. Like, I don't know, I'm always of the mindset of, if you're playing that role, you want to fit the role, you know? You like, I don't know. Like, it looks cool. You know, the glow effect on it when you have it unsheathed and all that. It looks cool. But look at it long enough, you start to think, you know, there are better looking swords in the game. There are much better looking great swords in the game, so I don't know, I might wind up changing the glamour on it. But yeah, I mean, glamour wise, it's not bad looking. It's not. It really isn't. Would I ever use it in the future for glamour? Yeah. With the right armor sets, probably. It's also item level 535, so in case you don't want to get the Crypt Lurker weapon upgraded to an augmented Crypt Lurker weapon, I would highly suggest then just going through this grind and getting yourself a 535 weapon. Overall, I want to say there are worse grinds. I would have gotten some of the other relic weapons from previous expansions done. I probably might. It depends. Leave a comment down below if you want to share with me exactly how the other grinds are for the other relic weapons. If they're not too bad, maybe recommend me one if you want. But yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, I've played grindier games. I'm looking at you, Destiny 2. I'm looking at you. And in conclusion, I'd want to say it wasn't a bad grind. It really wasn't. And I apologize if this video seemed a little all over the place with my thoughts. These are just my raw thoughts after just finishing the Relic Weapon quest. I mean, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it for the most part. But there was definitely too much of a slog to get through at times. It was definitely really grindy at multiple intervals. But I am glad that you only have to do those steps once. That's the good thing about it. I think that's why they even did that. They had to make it grindy somehow. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought about it. Yeah, let me know if you want to see more content like this. Also, if you guys wouldn't mind, and if you're into alternatives, you can also check out the channel on odyssey.com. There will be a BitChute one coming as well. I haven't yet to make that yet, but that's in the works as well. I will be setting up a Patreon account at some point, so look out for that if you feel generous enough to want to donate and grow the channel and help me grow the channel. So yeah, and like always guys, just take life one step at a time.